Hey there, cool cats and kittens. It's your favorite disgruntled dad. Just out here moving the sheep today. Had to fill up water yesterday and sprint inside because wife had a Zoom call for us to jump onto. So getting a little bit more time to relax a little bit out here today, though it is 80-some degrees, which is less than pleasant. But it's only getting hotter. We'll be in the hundreds here soon enough. Actually, in the time I've lived here in South Texas, we have never been this cool this late in the year. Well, we're working on the second week of May, and it's still not 100 degrees. Every year I've been here, by the first week of May, it's been triple digits. We're talking between 103 and 109, and typically second week of April, you're at 103 degrees. So this is insane. That being said, look at these sheep eat. They're just gobbling up that grass. These daily moves are incredible. Just look here behind us. See, it's completely desolated, or desolate compared to what's ahead of us. You see behind me here, I've got probably another 6 acres of fresh grass that completely untouched, and we've been getting so much rain that it's regenerating so quick. It's amazing. Well, enough about the sheep. Just want to talk to you today about, well, what skills are you building? Today in class, in this internship I'm in, we were starting to learn about property management. We got to go through some of the emails the gentleman has to deal with. And man, I'm not sure I want to deal with property management. And his point in all this was, because there are a few folks in the internship as well who they do property management for their own properties. And their point the whole time that we've been going through this is, I don't want to pay somebody else to do that, I can do it. And just looking at some of he calls them professional tenants. People are taking pictures of everything, just figuring out some sort of way that they might be able to get out of the damage they cause whenever they check out. And I thought, I don't know, it still seems kind of crazy to pay somebody else. And then, we're going through the conversation, going through this email. This lady's just complaining up a storm. He's pulling up all the receipts. I mean, we're talking logs of when work order was received, when it was called in, every time the contractor went out to do something for that work order, when it was closed out. I mean, we're talking down to the minute of when these actions happen. It's a giant log. It hits some software that does it. Pictures, 151-page report that his company puts together every time you move in and move out. Pictures of everything, down to the insides of drawers. And then just this lady complaining, and him shouting back with every single one of her complaints, going sentence by sentence with all the receipts, pictures, communications, attachments. She said the place was filthy. Well, you said that the walls were dirty. We acknowledge that. They needed a fresh coat of paint. Homeowner didn't have money for that, so we didn't paint it. But you accepted it as is, and we explicitly asked you in this contract here, you signed you will accept it as is. And if we had to make changes in order for you to accept it, we acknowledged we would make those changes. Anyway, all I think is, I don't have time for this crap. That sounds like a lot of ass pain. Man. But the more I think about it, especially around military towns here like San Antonio, there are a lot of folks with houses that just aren't here to manage it. And people will become more and more shrewd. I mean, I'm looking more at the tenant side here. So it might not be a terrible idea to go into this property management thing. As gross as that sounds, granted, I was pretty hungry too. For some reason, he doesn't schedule lunch. I mean, they're relatively short days, but 6 hours, I need some food, man. I'm getting... I'm not built to just go like the whole middle of the day like that. I eat breakfast about 7 o'clock. I don't know how to go until 2 or 2:30 there without eating. Anyway, I ramble on, but we're gonna get into more things here and working on our volunteer project here. It's only one day. It says, hey guys, go out and find something to do with housing, real estate in general. And we've got this thing out here called Mission Divine. So we're gonna be putting a new roof. Actually, the house is, you can kind of see it. It's a World War II veteran. Guy's 92 years old. His son lives next door. His daughter lives with him. And they're definitely impoverished people. But what we're doing is replacing the roof there for Mission Divine. Most of the roof, not all the roof. And I was able to coordinate that for our intern group to volunteer for that. So exciting things. We've got some people that are really happy to do that and get a little bit of experience putting on a roof. So nothing tremendous happening. Economy's still in a steep decline, but as I keep saying, guys, it will not just boom, snap, end in one day, but it will be a very slow decline. It's like the Roman Empire, it slowly falls apart. You need to take steps to secure yourself, secure your family, secure your food supply, secure your energy. Do you have solar panels to just keep something small on, like maybe your electric gate, or charge some batteries so you can keep the tractor running? Or do you have a larger battery bank so you can maybe power a freezer, some generators that are dual fuel? I've got the propane and gasoline generators. Propane runs so much cleaner. It's a lot more expensive, has less BTUs than gasoline, but it doesn't go bad. Gas will go bad after a while. It starts to separate. I actually have to take a weed eater apart because of that. I put gas, probably a little bit too old, that I put in it, and now my carburetor's all jammed up. But things like this, what are you doing to think ahead here? Whenever we run out of power, and not because there's some big grid down situation, but because we're desperately short on transformers. And so every time, like yesterday at my kids' daycare, or actually Monday at my kids' daycare, there was an oil leak in the transformer. That's what keeps it cool. And so then the transformer burned up. They had to replace it overnight. Fortunately, they were able to replace it, but that's not a guarantee every time. You've got to be thinking about these things. It's not about, again, it's not about the lights going out. It's about something small in your neighborhood or your city, pop, breaking, and crap, now things have really gone tits up. And that can happen just down the block from you. I mean, we look at the snow vid here from 2020, I think it was snowpocalypse, they called it, 2020 here in Texas, snow vid. We were out in my area, we were out of power for 2 whole weeks. There were about 12 people that died. 5 of them were a mother and her 4 kids in a house because they turned on a generator and didn't open any windows in the house or put it outside, so they died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Some other people just died from freezing to death and exposure. So be careful, guys. You really have to build those redundancies. With that, folks, please take the steps you need to secure your own family, secure yourself, and secure your future. Have a great week. Reach out to disgruntledad.net or dad@disgruntledad.net. Shoot me an email. Make it a great one. Make it a secure one.